Hello, I'm Ronnie Beck, and this video is a defense of my research on the allotment process in Indian Territory during the 1890s. This research was done for partial fulfillment of the requirements for the completion of Liberty University's Gilded Age and Progressive Era course. As a researcher, I have no biological link to Native American culture. However, as an Oklahoman, I wish to research and better understand the cultures that have shaped my residential state. The critical research question was, what were the effects of allotment on the Native American population in Indian Territory? The Dawes and the Curtis Act significantly affected the native population of Indian Territory, which later became the state of Oklahoma. The Dawes Act, also known as the General Allotment Acts of 1887, aimed to break up communal Native American land ownership and allocate individual plots of land to Native Americans to assimilate them into American society. The Curtis Act of 1898 extended the Dawes Act to the 5 civilized tribes, which were previously exempt. Now, this research, it was descriptive through studying the culture of the Progressive Era and how it correlated with Indian territorial tribes. Online research with primary sources from the Oklahoma History Center and multiple research sites of the numerous tribes of Oklahoma helped facilitate this research. I could see documents from the National Archives, such as the Dawes and the Curtis Acts. Also, the University of Oklahoma's Western Heritage Collection provided primary sources through interviews of Native Americans and settlers from Oklahoma statehood in 1907. However, much of my written content and citations came from published articles on the subjects, and which mostly I use JSTARS to find those articles. The main conclusion of the research shows that the consequences of the acts were significant. The allotment of land to individual Native Americans led to the loss of communal land ownership and traditional ways of life. Many Native Americans did not want to divide their land, which was sacred and vital to their culture. Additionally, many Native Americans were not given adequate land, and the quality of the land they received was often poor. As a result, many Native Americans were forced to sell their land, further losing traditional ways of life and cultural practices. The Curtis Act also led to the dissolution of the tribal governments in Indian Territory, with 5 civilized tribes being placed under the jurisdiction of U.S. government. This led to a further loss of sovereignty and self-governance for the tribes. The factors and perceptions of allotments and land distribution amongst the native population that led to the Oklahoma land rush, it was very complex. There was a belief that Native Americans were not using the land efficiently or productively, and that American settlers would better utilize it. Additionally, there was a desire for westward expansion and the acquisition of more land. The federal government also saw allotments as a way to assimilate Native Americans into American society. Now, for future or additional research, Oklahoma became a state because the tribes agreed to assimilate into American culture. Without the allotment agreements, the tribal members would not have become citizens, and the unoccupied lands would not have been available for occupation. Additionally, looking at the individual tribes will provide a better perspective on allotments' success or failure after the past 130 years. Thank you very much.